Hi everyone, and welcome to this month's New Earth Teachings with Ascended Master Lakeshma. So we have some Patreon members that are joining us today. So say hello.
Hello.
We have another member as well, Victor off to the side. Well, he's joining us all the way from Iceland. So he'll be sending in his questions also. All right, so those of you not too familiar with Lakeshma, she's an Ascended Master from Atlantis, because what was occurring in Atlantis was a time of Great Awakening, and it mirrors what is occurring here in this current Great Awakening. So there was a lot of parallels there and teachings that can assist us in this transition of the new earth, which we have now entered into. All right, so without further ado, I'll go into trance and bring forth Lakeshma for you. And then, we'll go forth and answer the questions being sent in. We also have another member sending in questions also. Okay, we'll see you on the other side. Hello, my dear ones. It is Lakeshma. It is our honor to come through in this way. There are many changes occurring, and what exciting time to be here on Gaia in this time of Great Awakening. Many of you are experiencing the shifts that are occurring, and some of them are being manifested in ways that you see as unwanted. But my dear ones, this is the process of expansion. You go through this. You are purging the unwanted software that is no longer needed for this state of frequency that you now reside in. For it is the Great Awakening. And your energy templates have been activated that were once, we would say, dormant in the state of consciousness that you existed in, is now being switched on. You are now aligning to higher frequencies, for you've entered into a higher state of consciousness as a collective. There are many energies coming forth onto the world to assist in this transition, because one thing cannot ascend without another. One aspect cannot expand without another. Gaia is also expanding. And because of that, and because you are plugged into Gaia and plugged into the energy of all that is, what is occurring is that your energy systems are being, we would say, upgraded to high frequency software. That's an easy analogy to give you. You are vibrating at much higher frequencies than ever before, my dear ones. You are aligning more to your oneness state in conscious awareness. This is the time of great awakening. It is a time of much excitement for the collective. My dear ones, you see what is happening. You are seeing things that are occurring in your world, and you are questioning what this is. You are questioning the changes that are here and that will continue to transform your consciousness. You are questioning certain actions on the world, certain actions that you perceive in your reality. But my dear ones, this is all part of the expansion. Trust that all that is occurring for you. And we know this can be challenging for you to perceive this. And there will be times that you'll be asked to face your fears. You will be asked to release this programming based in fear and based in duality. And this may trigger you, but this is necessary. But this is a necessary shift that you asked for. My dear ones, it is in your perception. You can choose to see the changes in a state of all that is perfect, which is the truth of all that is, or you can see it in a state of duality, in victimhood. My dear ones, the choice is yours. You are in a grand expansion. Trust the process. Trust that you are highly advanced and you are capable of overcoming any challenge that enters in your experience. This is the process of the Great Awakening, for you to become one in your conscious awareness state. You are to let go of what is not wanted. It was once wanted for you to get to a certain frequency, which you are now vibrating at. So you are now ready to let go of this outdated programming, we would say. My dear ones, you are in the transition from fear to love. So embrace the changes. Go inwards. No longer it is to live from the ego mind. It is about living from the heart center. This is your new operating system. Living from the heart center opens the gateway to all that is. It is the key to unlock your multidimensional self. It is the key to remember who you truly are. The divine, perfect being that you are. All the abilities that you seek, all the wisdom that you seek is all there, ready to be remembered. It is already there. These words that we speak is already coming from within you. There will be a time where you will be able to recognize this more for yourself, that you are one with all that is. What an exciting time to be alive. This is the great expansion of man. This is the great awakening. This is the great human evolution. And you are here because you are highly advanced, and only the most advanced of you are here to experience this transition. Mighty ones, you are love and you are perfect, and we are all there assisting you in this transition until you can remember that we are you, mighty ones. Thank you for joining.
Thank you.
Did you have any questions?
Yes, we have a question from a member, and Isabel explains to us how she feels the spiral of expansion at the moment, and that Isis is encouraging her to step into the duality, to not be attached to any outcome from healing work or abilities that are activated. and viewing everything as an experience, but at the same time, setting intentions as a general direction. So she's wondering, is this the system of the design? Is this how it's been designed?
My dear ones, you are here on a journey. Everything that you experience is your life purpose. Yes, there are many dimensions within dimensions. You are a multidimensional being. All the dimensions are within you. You are here to experience life as a human being within the multiverse, within the multidimensional nature that is your being. Once you raise your frequency, you move to another dimension. This is why we say be in the present moment, because if you live in the past, you are dwelling in a low vibrational dimension. Can't you see? It is by living in the present moment where your true power lies. Yes, it is to let go of any notions of who you think you are, what you think you should be doing. Everything is showing you your specific emissions here, but your life purpose is your whole life. Your life purpose is watching this very session. Your life purpose is walking to the cafe and having that coffee that you're inspired to take. Can't you see? Everything is part of your life purpose. So let go of control. Let go of you wanting to seek out certain aspects of this reality. If you are meant to explore who you truly are in certain unique ways, then you will remember that, and you will remember the techniques and the wisdom that allows you to bring this forth in your reality. But you can let go of the notions of you striving for it. Yes, those of you who are sensitive may see glimpses of the direction that you are heading. You may see glimpses of who you truly are and glimpses of your specific life missions. And that is for you. If it's in the present moment and you receive this information, then it is for you. But then let it go and detach from this. But because living in the present moment is where your power lies. If you then live your life by living in a perceived future, you are not living in your present now where your true power lies. And by living in the present moment, this is where you attract and you'll unlock the abilities and the information needed to live and to experience your specific life missions that you have chosen. So, those of you who are sensitive enough, we know it can be, you would say, something that you wish to embrace fully when you see the glimpses of where your life is heading and specific missions. You want to skip all the steps in between and head to that last step where you're fully embracing that version of yourself. But you are here in the present moment, not having that experience in the full capacity of what you saw, because you are not ready yet for that. You have not reached that dimensional frequency for you to unlock those abilities and to unlock those aspects that will allow you to live your life and to embrace that part of your life mission. So let go. It is one step at a time. You want to skip all the steps in between and ignore all the steps that may seem mundane to you. But it is in the mundane in your perception. It is the everyday experience of the human where you raise your frequency, when you let go of fears and let go of notions of duality and transcending them into oneness. It is just one step, and we know this can be challenging, especially those of you who are sensitive and can see aspects of potentialities in your perceived future. But let go, because all is not planned. You all have free will. There is divine will, but you have a choice on how to explore that. You can choose to explore it in fear, or you can choose to explore it in love, my dear ones. Or the parties that are playing the role for you may not be vibrationally ready either. Can't you see? It is about divine time, and to access divine time and the wisdom that lies there, to allow the universe to bring to you what you truly desire, what you chose pre-birth according to your soul contracts, then it is to let go in love and live in the present moment and let go. You know this is challenging, but just know there is a multidimensional reality. You're existing in a multiverse, but all you have to focus on is your life as a human being. For if you did not choose this life, you will not be experiencing the reality as a human. You chose to be here as a human, to live in the present now. So live in the present now. All that is occurring, it will be occurring within you. All the dimensions are within you. All that you seek is within you. So focus on the present now and embrace the illusion in all these dynamics, for they are your teachers, for it allows your vibration to unlock the key to the great remembering of who you are.
Thank you. I'm just going to remind again for other members that they're able to type the questions in the chat. So this question will come from me, and it ties with what you just said about the divine destiny, so to speak, the predestined things versus setting our own intentions. And Isabel touched on that as well a little bit with setting intentions, but letting go of the attachment to the outcome, right? So if we are always the more evolved version in the now, so I can understand how the concept of the future now will seem that we're even more expanded, right? So setting those intentions for the future and living in the future is probably even easier to do than living in the past, because you always strive to that more perfect version of yourself. So I understand working with emotions of the past, like grief and sadness and disappointment and attachments and so on. But there is this emotions of hoping for things that can be misconstrued as excitement, for example, being in the moment, but that's striving for things in the future. Have you got any suggestions on how to stay in the moment in regards to striving for our better selves in the future?
You can stay in that frequency of excitement, and that is a frequency of love, but it is about excitement for revealing who you truly are. It is still about letting go of attachments of what that should look like. It is about letting go of any notions of how you will be, how your life will be, but still be excited for what's to come. You can still hope, but what is hoping? Are you hoping out of fear because you want something to be better than it is? So that is the key. Are you hoping that things will be better, or are you hoping that your life missions and your purpose will be revealed to you? So it depends what is within the hoping. The concept of hoping, there is an aspect of fear there, because you're wishing that something could be more than it is. So let go. Everything that you have is in this moment. You can be excited for more things to be revealed to you, but everything is perfect in the now. Everything that you ever wanted is in the now. And we know this is challenging to not live in the future, because your society has been conditioned to strive for the future, to create goals, to self-improve yourself. But you are already perfect. You are already enlightened. It is this process of remembering that you are already enlightened. It is the journey to remember more of who you are until you get to a point where you become God realized. And some of you may not get to that point, and that is okay, and that is perfect, because maybe you didn't choose that in this current lifetime continuum. But you are enlightened. You are all the beings that you seek, all the wisdom that you seek, all the versions of you that you seek is already existing in the now. But maybe they're not accessed to you in the now because you are not vibrationally ready. But it's all accessed within you. And when you are vibrationally ready, you will attract and you will embrace that dimension of you where you have more higher insights to who you truly are. It is one step at a time. And we know this is challenging because many of you on this journey, you want to jump to the end result. But my dear ones, there is no end result. It is all a journey. Every step in between is an important part of your life purpose for you exploring life as a human. So focus on these emotions of joy and excitement, but also let go of the notion of any linked stories of what the excitement will bring you, of what that will look like. Be excited that you will know more of who you are, but it's all within you. If you can project that in the present moment and not hope for something to arrive, because it has already arrived, it is already within you. If you can be in the present moment, trust the universe, trust that more remembering of more of who you are and your specific missions here will be realized, but it'll be realized within you when you're in the present moment. You will receive guidance one step at a time that allows you to unlock further the remembrance of who you are. We know this is challenging for you to stay in the present moment. Most of you have trouble with this. And this is why when you do your meditations, you find it so powerful, because that is a practice of being in the present moment. But then in your everyday lives, you get caught up with the illusion and you like to prepare your life, control your day. And so you live in the future, or something triggers you and you live in the past. You look at yourself and your conditions and you judge what is based on the past. You project into the future based on the past. Can't you see? You're tapping into different dimensions that are not linked to your highest power potential that is in the present moment, where you access your source self. So it's perfect also, and you have a choice to explore these different dimensions if this excites you, but just know it is not allowing you to tap more into your true power and the remembering of who you are. It may allow you to live life more as a victim by living in the past. By living in the future, you may experience certain anxieties about not feeling this dream that you have, but this dream is part of the illusion. You can control your life if you choose, and you can manifest a life that you choose. However, what if you chose something else that is much more grand and advanced than you could ever conceive? The choice is yours. If you have that choice to let go and allow the universe to show you, then let go. Yes, you have all the abilities that you believe you have and more, but it will be unlocked in the present moment. Explore your life in the present moment. We know this is challenging, but this is where all the dimensions interlocked, where you can access all the higher versions of yourself in your terminology, all the information. This is where you align to your soul self. It is in the present moment. Be aware of your emotions, we would say. Emotions are key to allow you to see where your vibration lies. It allows you to see if you are in fact living in the past or the future in your terminology. Being the present moment is acceptance, going with the flow, being grateful. It is love, seeing everything is perfect in the moment, for all that exists is in the moment. This is the portal for who you truly are. It is the portal to the multiverse. It is the portal to unlock your source self, to visit all your multidimensional lives if you so choose. It is the present moment where it is the key and is the mainframe of existing now as a human being.
Thank you. I love the concept of that everything is either, there are only two vibrations, the love or call for love, right? And that concept makes so much sense to me. And I want to go back to part of the Isabel's question about the duality. and that she was receiving guidance from Isis to step into duality actively. My question is similar in a way as well. Assisting us to let go of the judgment and explore the shadows, the parts of ourselves that we keep hidden. How important is that type of work? Or can we stay in the present moment with what arises, follow our guidance, and if that never comes up, it never comes up? Is there a pressure to clear all our subconscious rubbish, so to speak? Or do we just keep aligning with what's presenting at a time, and if it never comes up, there's no
That
need
is correct. It is in the present moment. So explore what you inspired to, what you were guided to. And by doing this, you will be triggered, you'll be activating, and you'll bring up old programming that needs to be transmuted into love. It is about exploring the illusion, which is duality. So yes, actively exploring duality is actively exploring the illusion. In your everyday life, whether it's going for a walk, meeting a friend, going to a job, whatever it is part of your life purpose. These lessons, the highly advanced spiritual lessons in your terminology, is in these activities, not just in your meditation, not just listening to these sessions, not just doing your spiritual work. In fact, your spiritual work is to embrace the illusion, because it is here where you are blindsided by your triggers, my dear ones. So yes, if you are triggered in the present moment, then it is for you to work on that emotion, to work on that limited belief. If you are guided to, if a past event comes into the present now, then it is for you to be worked on, but do not linger there. You have a choice. You can linger there, but because you are God creator, you can see the lessons that are in there and let it go and be back into the present moment. If you have images, visions, experiences come to your present now of the past, then there is a key there. There is an important piece of information there that is key for you to unlock. So analyze that, but do so in the present moment, with your reference point being in the present moment. And then release and be back in the present moment. This is the work. Many of you will be triggered in your everyday scenarios by people around you, situations. They are all reflections of limiting beliefs within you that have you not transmuted into the light. But my dear ones, it is perfect. And the frequency of fear is also perfect, because it is your teacher. Do not avoid fear. Many of you like to avoid fear, to push it back, to focus all on the positive, to focus on the love, and ignore the fear. But my dear ones, this is not where the work lies. The work lies in embracing all, embracing fear until there is no fear in your conscious awareness, until you no longer become triggered. My dear ones, this is the work. Fear has been conditioned. It is part of the illusion, and it has been a necessary part of the illusion to allow you to go inwards. But now you are transitioning away from this duality consciousness into oneness in your conscious awareness. But because you're in this transition and you have been asked to, we would say, purge this, and because of the changes occurring, many of you are feeling the necessary shifts to look at this. It is for you. If it's in the present moment and you have these emotions, then it is for you to process. If you don't have these emotions in the present moment, then they are not for you to process, or they've already been transmuted into love. All you need to do is live in the present moment, and you'll be triggered in the present moment. You'll be called to go inwards in the present moment. So explore life, embrace duality, embrace the illusion, because this is your master playground. It is here where you'll be triggered the most. But just remember, any time that you are triggered, it is a reflection of you. It is a reflection of a belief system based on old programming that is to be released, to transmute into love, into the truth of who you are. recognizing that these fears, when they do come up, is also perfect. Do not avoid it. Look at it, love it, see it as your teacher, be grateful for it. Do not run away from these fears. They are your greatest teachers. Be grateful. And if you can do that, you release resistance to exploring the fear. And then by doing that, you'll be more easily be able to see the lessons there, to see the gifts that are there, the answers that are there. And by doing so, you will increase your frequency and will vibrate in a higher dimensional existence because of it. So everything that occurs for you is for you. It is the time of great awakening, and you are all called to release this old consciousness programming. But this contains within your belief systems in the ego mind. And also because you're tapped into the collective consciousness, this programming is still there. And because you are still tapped into collective consciousness, it still filters through into your belief systems. But by being in the present moment, to live from the heart center, you'll be able more easily distance yourself and do the work to release this programming into love. It is from the heart center where you release these habitual belief systems and live in the vibration of oneness to who you truly are. You align more to the enlightened being that you truly are, that you have always been, but you have just forgotten.
Thank you. I'm hoping other members are able to post the question. If there is a question, can you please type it up now? Thank you. But there will be another question for me if time allows. And so I just wanted to clarify the common confusion, which is that not being triggered does not actually necessarily mean that you are not feeling the emotions. It is, to me, the shift in understanding came from realizing that those emotions will still be felt, but you don't resist them. You feel them from the heart center. You don't judge them, but not being triggered does not mean you become numb, correct? So that means you will still feel the emotions, but you will feel the love underneath it all. The vibration of love will remain.
In the state...
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Thank you.
In the state of duality, there will always be an aspect of fear until the collective transmutes into the oneness conscious awareness. Until that time, there will always be fear, for there will always be duality. Yes, you can reduce the effects of this because this is the transition. So as you do the work, then yes, you may still be triggered. You may still experience a negative emotion. However, you'll be able to, in the moment, recognize what it is. Recognize that is an aspect of you. Recognize that this is for you, and you are able to release that attachment and not be triggered in a reacting way to try to control the conditions. You accept that this emotion that you feel is an aspect of you, and you thank it and you are grateful for it. So you only live in that experiencing of that emotion for a short amount of time in your perception of time. Whereas before doing the work, you may be dwelling on this emotion. You may be trying to make someone else wrong because of this emotion, trying to make a condition wrong. So that is the difference. You'll be able to live a life of freedom, knowing that if you become triggered and you feel a negative emotion, it will only be for a short period of time, because you know that this is the work that you are doing, because you know that this is your teacher. It is all for you. There will be a time when you become triggered and you may have initial negative emotion, and in the moment you'll be able to distance yourself and see the limiting belief in the moment, and then that scenario that you're experiencing will transmute and transcend and manifesting to one of love. That would be your new vibration, one more aligned to who you truly are. It is a game. These are tests for you, not tests because you're doing something that is wrong. These are tests because you are ready for them, because you are highly advanced being. So anytime you experience a negative emotion, this is a test because you've reached a certain level in your journey and you're ready for a next level of higher frequency dimensions in your terminology. You're ready to align more to who you truly are. So that will be revealed to you, and you'll experience many of these in your life, because this is a transition, because the consciousness is still in a state of duality. There will always remain an aspect of fear there. Once you have attracted it, it'll always be there in a certain amount. You'll be able to release the intensity of it. But until the consciousness state goes from duality to oneness consciousness, until this time, until you're vibrationally ready for it as a collective, then you will still experience fear. But you have the power to overcome the intensity of it and to allow yourself to perceive it as something that is wanted instead of unwanted. You'll be able to embrace the fear and wanting to be triggered, because you know it's going to allow you to align more to your source self. You will then have an energy around you of excitement, of joy, of love, knowing that nothing can harm you, because you are no longer a victim. You are enlightened, and you are on this journey to remembering that all is for you.
Just as I'm feeling right now in this beautiful channeling session. Thank you very much. I think this will be all with the questions. Thank you.
It is my pleasure.
If you would like to wrap up, if any questions appear in the meantime, I will read them out as well. Thank you very much.
My dear one, know that you are in this transition. You are in the transition to remembering the powerful being that you are. You are in the transition to remembering that you are source. Everything that is occurring in your existence is for you. Everything. Be in the present moment and you remember more of who you are. When you feel the negative emotion in relations to another, see this person as your grand teacher. These people are playing roles for you to allow you to remember more of who you are. Be thankful for this lesson. Be thankful for your teacher. They are a master teacher. They may not be consciously doing this work, but the fact that they are triggering you shows you that they are your master teacher. Be thankful for it. Take in the lesson, knowing that this negative emotion that you feel is a reflection of a limiting belief, a fear that is within you. If you cannot see it in the moment, be thankful for it, and already you increase your frequency and you allow the releasement of resistance to allow you to see what that belief is. Many of you will be able to see it in the moment, and the situation will shift because it is always reflecting your frequency. Everything is reflecting your frequency. Everything that you see in your world, the conditions in your world, is a reflection of this releasement of the unwanted. Things that you may see as unwanted in your society is part of this change. It is a part of a releasement of programming, consciousness that is no longer needed. Mighty ones, you are ready. You are ready to embrace more of who you are. You are ready to remember the divine being that you are. Are you ready? Mighty ones, are you ready to let go? Are you ready to let go of control? ready to let go of any notions of your identity, ready to let go and allow the universe to show you who you truly are. That is the divine being that you are, the advanced being that you are, no matter where your origins lie. Know that you have come here in human form for a reason, to experience life in this playground of grand expansion. It is in this playground where you expand as a being. For being here as a human collective, you've chosen to come here for the dynamics of the human race are so contrasting in your terminology. So much amnesia of who you truly are. The expansion, therefore, that comes from it will expand you beyond your comprehension, beyond your understanding. It will expand your essence to allow you to align more to who you are. You'll be expanding Gaia. You'll be expanding the collective, the human race. You are bringing in the human evolution by this work. You are affecting the collective consciousness. You are the ones bringing in this human evolution of consciousness and in form, and this will be reflected in your society. You are also allowing the expansion of all the planets, the universes, and source itself. You are the creators. You are in the driver's seat, my dear ones. There is divine will. And because of divine will, you have chosen to explore certain dynamics in this experience. So any perceived challenge, any perceived dynamic, you have chosen it for yourself. If you see a theme within your life, then you know you've definitely chosen it before coming here. It's part of your soul contracts. So accept it. Know that you were so highly advanced. You wanted this challenge. You wanted to play. You wanted to have fun in this playground. But some of you do not have fun. Some of you see this experience as so serious because you are embedded in this illusion. You see yourself as victims. Mighty One, you are so highly advanced. It is beyond your comprehension. But you are on this journey. And those of you watching or listening to this, you have chosen to remember more of who you are. And by you embracing more of who you are, you increase your vibration. And by doing that, you ignite the collective consciousness. You are creating change just by you raising your frequency. This is the Great Awakening. This Great Awakening that is occurring has never before been experienced at this magnitude. Mighty ones, what is occurring right now is the human evolution. You are changing in so many different ways, not just in your beliefs, not just in your consciousness state, but your very DNA is being activated, is being transformed. There are energy grids that are now being, we would say, switched on within your human present self to align to the new Gaia that exists, to align to the expanded universe that you are now existing in. You are all expanding. Some of you do not see this. You look in your society and some of you judge that many of you are not ascending, that in fact you are going backwards. This is part of the contrast. This is part of the transition. So trust that anything in your experience is for you. You do not know the soul contracts of people involved. They are creating certain conditions, and the non-physical is creating certain conditions to assist you, to allow you to remember your specific life missions here. Your life purpose is to play. Your life purpose, mighty ones. Many of you see glimpses. Many of you have the knowings of your Pacific missions, and you confuse this with your life purpose. Many of you ignore other aspects of your life because you choose to focus on what you perceive as more important. Mighty One, this is also an illusion. Everything in your existence is part of your life purpose of exploring yourself, of exploring and remembering who you truly are. Yes, you have specific life missions within this, but your life purpose is to explore fully, because it is in your life purpose of exploring fully all the dynamics of the human being and human experiencing, where you unlock more of the remembering of your specific life missions and more of who you truly are. Can't you see? There are no aspects of your life that are to be avoided. It is to embrace it all, for it is all happening for you. You may not see how things can be for you. You may not see how a message that comes to you to go get a coffee can be for you. You cannot see how this could be part of your life purpose, but you do not know why you received this message. Perhaps you are to meet someone there. Perhaps there will be something along the way that allows you to remember more of who you are. Can't you see? You are always receiving information. You are always receiving guidance, but you disregard it because you do not see it aligning to your perceived life purpose, so you disregard it as not important. It is all important. It is all there for you. You have a choice to act on this inspiration and these messages. This is your free will. You have a choice, but there is divine will in your pre-birth intentions that you have chosen, mighty ones. It is all perfect, and it is all for you. You have a choice. You have a choice to explore in fear or explore in love. Know that everything is either fear or love. Fear is an illusion. What is real is love. Mighty One. Transmute the fear into love, one step of the way. Transmute duality to oneness, one step of the way. Start seeing yourself in another. Start seeing your brothers and sisters as one. Start seeing yourself as one with the stars, with the trees, with all that is. You are source. Mighty ones, you will be asked to go inwards one way or another. You will be triggered, and if you ignore this, that is your choice. But because you chose to remember, there will be events that come to you that will force you to go inwards, to force you to face your fears. So why avoid that? And do the work now, mighty ones. One step at a time. You chose this. You chose to be here in this time of great awakening, to be in this transition. So explore in love. Know that everything is perfect. Know that everything is for you. What an exciting time to be a human being. Many of you do not see this excitement. Some of you are aware of certain changes that are occurring. But my dear one, this is the new earth that you have entered. This is the great awakening, the great evolution. So embrace it. Embrace all the dynamics of the human experience that is your life purpose. Your specific life missions will be remembered along the way, if they are to be remembered. But be in the present moment, and you will receive this remembering of what you are to explore here specifically. All of you here are to explore love, to explore reality in your own unique way as unique frequencies of source. So go play, for you are highly advanced. And go play, because this is why you are here. Embrace duality, embrace the illusion, because you chose it. And because all of your most great expansions, your greatest teachers lie there in the illusion. Yes, these words coming for you will help activate more of the remembering of who you are, but also through the triggering allows you to catch your blind spots, we would say in your terminology, will allow you to go further inwards. So embrace both. Embrace these teachings, for this allows you to activate more of who you are. For these words will allow more of the remembering to come to you. And if this resonates, these words are coming to you because you recognize on a level within your being that these words are actually you. These words are also coming from you, mighty one. But embrace to be triggered. Embrace it all. Embrace life, for this is your purpose, to explore, mighty ones. Everything is part of your life purpose. But mighty ones, those of you watching this, listening to this, yes, you had specific life missions in relations to working with love and light. Many of you already know this, have glimpses of this. But be in the present moment and you receive more guidance on how this will unfold in your experiencing. For it is already there within you, ready to be unlocked in your divine blueprint when you are vibrationally ready. This is all you need to do. But be in the present moment. Embrace the changes that are here and that will continue to occur, because you are in this transition of the Great Awakening into the new earth, to remembering that you are one with all that is. Embrace life. Embrace love, for that is who you truly are. It is with our great honor that we come through here today. Know that we are you, my dear ones. It is with love that we come through. Is there anything else you'd like to say before we finish here today?
No, thank you very much. Thanks.
It is not by accident that you are here listening to these words. These words are coming from within you, and you are ready to remember more of who you are, the divine, limitless being that you are. Until next time, farewell.